Luang Prabang received UNESCO World Heritage Listing in 1995. It received it because its ancient and colonial history is preserved in the architecture of its streets. Religious architecture dates from the 14th century. You can see the development of other buildings, from the original bamboo and thatch huts, through half-timbered buildings, to Lao buildings influenced by the French, and the houses and administrative buildings of the French colonial administration. As the United Nations put it, Luang Prabang's unique townscape is remarkably well preserved, illustrating a key stage in the blending of the two distinct cultural traditions. Traditional Lao houses were framed on bamboo poles with walls made from woven bamboo. You can still see this style in Luang Prabang with the living quarters on the first floor. As this style evolved, the ground floor walls were rendered with a substance called torchis. This is where the woven bamboo panel was covered in a mixture of sand, lime, tree sap and buffalo skin. These half-timber houses can still be seen right across Luang Prabang. During the colonial era, well-to-do Laos built mansions such as Kambua House, now part of the Three Nagas Hotel. It was built in 1903 by a councillor to the king and has traditional Lao features such as the single-pitched roof, veranda, impressive entry stair and perpendicular kitchen. Quite near to Kambua House is the villa Viceroy, now a boutique hotel. Built for Prince Chao Lancer Sampan in 1912, this house also features the impressive entry stair, timber structure and torchis walls. The French controlled Luang Prabang from 1893 and a number of houses were built in the French colonial style. Impressive residences, like this one on Savannah Kampong Road, were built of masonry with arches, French windows and shutters. Typically, the buildings were whitewashed and the shutters painted blue. Many of these structures have now become hotels or guest houses. One noteworthy late example is the house built for Prince Savannah Puma in 1962. It is now one of the town's best hotels. The Auberge Kalau, which faces the Mekong very near to Wat Zien Tong, was built in 1904 for a Chinese trader from Macau. Although it fits neatly with the French colonial look, it was actually designed by a Portuguese architect. While Vientiane was the administrative capital of the French colonial government, a number of large administrative buildings were completed in Luang Prabang. One example is the current office for the UNESCO administrators of the heritage site. Built in 1932 as the French Customs House, it has the pitched roof and extended eaves typical of the style. Before heritage listing was achieved in 1995, a new style had crept in. It shared the Lao tradition of using thin panels for the exterior walls. The traditional torchis panels were replaced with cement-based panels in a very crisp 1960s style. Today, the streetscape has been preserved to maintain the evidence of the historical development of Luang Prabang.